Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. In our previous session, we explored why artificial intelligence did not begin with ChatGPT. We discussed how the earliest AI systems were based on rules and deterministic logic. Now, in this session, we go deeper into the original dream behind artificial intelligence itself. And honestly, this dream was incredibly ambitious. The original AI researchers were not trying to build chatbots, they were trying to mechanize human reasoning. Now, think about that carefully for a moment. Not automate calculations, not process spreadsheets, not generate images. Human reasoning itself. That was the vision. And this journey begins in the 1950s, a period when computing itself was still in its infancy. Computers were massive machines, slow, expensive, limited. But researchers had a radical idea. What if intelligence itself could be represented using logic? What if human thinking could be converted into symbols, rules, relationships, and decisions? And this became the philosophical foundation of early artificial intelligence. Now, one of the most important people in this story was Alan Turing. Many people consider him one of the fathers of modern computing. And Turing asked a question that would change technology forever. Can machines think? That single question became one of the foundational questions of artificial intelligence. Now, Turing understood something important. Humans often describe intelligence emotionally, but machines require structure. So researchers began asking, can reasoning itself be broken into logical steps? Can intelligence be mathematically represented? Can decisions become computational processes? And this eventually led to something called symbolic AI. Now, symbolic AI was based on a very powerful belief. The belief was this: if enough human knowledge could be encoded into machines, machines could simulate intelligence. Notice the word simulate, not consciousness, not awareness, simulation of reasoning. And honestly, for that time, this idea was revolutionary. Researchers became extremely optimistic. Some even believed machines would achieve human-level intelligence within a few decades. Now, another important figure emerged during this period, John McCarthy. And John McCarthy is actually the person who coined the term artificial intelligence. That happened during the famous Dartmouth Conference in 1956. And many historians consider that moment to be the official birth of AI as a scientific field. Now, let me pause here for a moment and ask all of you to really think about that. Why do you think early researchers were so confident? Let's pause here for a moment and reflect. Because logic appeared universal. It was the bedrock of early AI. If mathematics could be formalized, why not reasoning? If rules could solve equations, why not intelligence? And honestly, the logic sounded convincing, especially in structured environments. This led to the creation of early AI laboratories, research systems, and symbolic reasoning engines. Machines started solving puzzles, playing games, processing structured decisions, and suddenly the world began believing intelligent machines were possible. Now, from an enterprise perspective, this was extremely attractive. Why? Because organizations love structured systems. Structured systems create predictability. Predictability creates operational trust. And operational trust creates adoption. That is one reason enterprises embraced deterministic systems for decades. But there was a hidden problem developing underneath all this optimism. Real-world intelligence is messy. Human reasoning is contextual. Human decisions are emotional. Language is ambiguous. Reality changes constantly. And eventually, researchers discovered something difficult. Human intelligence was far more complex than pure logic. That realization changed AI forever, because the dream of artificial intelligence could not survive on rules alone. It needed something more, something adaptive, something capable of learning from experience. And that realization opened the door to the next phase of AI evolution, machine learning. And that is exactly where we are heading next. Thank you, everyone. And I will see you in the next session.